Well, we're here packing up from Rausch Gap's shelter and had a good night. Got here later than I like to get into camp. It was 5 or 5:30 before we got here last night. But it's a beautiful little area right here. Slept right there and place to do some cooking. Water's right there in that trough to the left. And anyway, good night's rest, and we're heading on up the trail. Not sure exactly how far we're going. The original plan was 23. We'll try. I don't know whether we'll get that far or not, but we're trying to get ourselves into Fort Clinton area tomorrow night. And we don't want to have a 25 or 30 mile day to get in there. So anything that we can do today is something we don't have to do tomorrow. So anyway, we're heading up the trail. It's a sunny day. I put on a damp shirt this morning. That's always fun, but it's warmed up now. And I'm hoping that we'll have a less rocky, less muddy day today. Well, this would be a nice place to camp right here. You can get down there. It's kind of steep right here on the edge. But anyway, we're walking down this gravel road for a little ways. And it's going to be a good day, I hope. I think so. We do have a feature coming up that I remember from 2019. Hopefully it will not be an obstacle to us. I'll show it to you when we get there because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But anyway, a little bit of stuff coming up today. Again, the trail's mostly flat today. We've got in the middle, like yesterday, we've got a down and then an up. And then we're back up on the ridge. Maybe a little bit more elevation today, but not a lot. But our trek is longer as well. I've got the map set for 23 miles. I'm not sure how doable that is. I do need to look at our potentials. We've got a couple of places that we could get out. There's a shelter in about 17 and a half or 18, but the problem is tomorrow is also supposed to be a really long day to get into Fort Clinton. And I don't want to leave ourselves hurting tomorrow because we did a shorter day today. So we'll play it by ear. Oh, that's kind of cool right there. You can hear it, you can't see it yet. There you go. Isn't that neat? The water's all coming in at one flush right there. And we've got a little bit of a bridge right here, so we'll cross over. Here's the stream on the other side. Very pretty this morning. All right, so the village of Rausch Gap stood from 1828 to 1910 nearby. You can read the rest of it or freeze it and look at it. And then this is the sign that I'm concerned about right here. This is the obstacle that we got coming up. So we'll see how that goes. Everything in the guidebook says we're going to be fine. So we'll play it by ear and see. Well, things are going to open up right down here. And I think this is our beaver dam area. We have to traverse carefully and gently and not get our feet wet. Remember when we were here before, it was thigh deep, or maybe not thigh deep, shin deep. So hopefully it'll not be that bad. The guidebook says that it's passable with poles, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm definitely gonna have to put the phone up and figure a way through here without getting wet feet. Well, this is the other side of the beaver dam. We made it across with dry feet mostly. I let Hawkeye get out in front and kind of forged the way, and I kind of followed his footsteps, so that was helpful. Thank you, bud. And anyway, obstacle complete. We're gonna move on up the trail. Well, this is about the best view that we've had in a while. We're over here on this edge, looking down into the valley, and there's a cloud down there. Mountains all around. Birds are singing, it's beautiful. Well, wandering down the trail today, and I just happened to look down and I saw this. So I'm going to zoom in further, then it's going to go to digital. It's going to be blurry, but that's a red eft. It's a salamander that will see up and down, and I'm honestly surprised. I've only seen one before this year. I expected to see lots more, but very common up and down the Appalachian Range. Pretty little varmints, and I saw it there and I thought I'd show it to you. So we're doing a little bit of a downhill that I didn't even remember was in my list of things to do today, but we're doing whatever's in front of us, so we'll keep going down and eventually we'll go up and we'll get back on the ridge and it'll all be good. Well, out of the woods and into a field this morning. I don't think we'll be here long. It's not that big of a field. We just passed Stevie Wander and her friend, and I had met them several days ago when I was waiting on Hawkeye to do the 7-mile section that we did at different times. Even the day he had his injury, I walked on a little further, and I was just camped at the roadway waiting on him to come up, and they did, and chatted with them. They were very wonderful folks to talk to, and they're out and about for another 10 days or so, and I wish them the best on their trip. It's good to see them a couple of times, and we may bump into them again. Just depends. They're traveling car to car, and we may see them coming southbound ahead of us another day. So at any rate, wish you guys the best. Well, this is interesting. We just crossed the road and we're in Suedberg State Park. I had forgotten about this old bridge right here. But it is kind of cool. Nice rushing river down here. Get over to the side. And beautiful. And this old bridge is just really neat. Isn't that special? Sun glinting off of everything. Probably got a little bit of a haze on my lenses. I'm not sure how clean they are, but it is what it is. But we're going to go on up the trail and we'll see you up the way. Crossing under I-81. Got trail signs over there. I think we go up here to the left. I think we got a little bit of a climb out of Suedberg Gap. That makes sense because gaps are low. The trail usually goes out from there, so we'll buckle down and hike forward. I haven't picked up the phone much today. So, Pennsylvania rocks, ta-da, here we go. It's been a rocky day today. I'll be honest, I've been in my head. We had the 21-mile day yesterday and it was hard. I know it was because we were coming out of town and we hadn't really walked in a while. But, we had a 23 today. We may still, we'll see, we're playing it by ear. But that really got lodged in my mind, and I'll be truthful, I've been in my head today. And my eyes have been completely on my feet, stepping over rocks and such. They're not all like this. A lot of times it's just pointy rocks sticking up in the trail. But anyway, I got to make it across this, and hopefully they will abate shortly. Well, here's the overlook we just stopped at. It feels good to take my pack off. We got some birds out here soaring around. Not sure what they are.
Buzzards.
Are they buzzards?
Black buzzards.
Okay. Buzzards it is. We saw a couple of eagles when we were down toward Duncan, and that was really kind of neat. I don't think I'd ever seen a bald eagle in the wild, but they were way too far away to get a picture of. But gorgeous view today. All right, let's slow up and just sort of show you. This is the kind of stuff that we're dealing with here in Pennsylvania. There's not a flat spot anywhere to put a foot. We're stepping over and around and such as that. And it gets to you after a little bit. Definitely I'm in my head today and I'm working to try to snap out of it. I think at 12:30 or 1 o'clock now, we're 12 miles from where I had hoped to wind up being. I don't think we're going to make that today. So we're kind of doing some looking to see, if there's a workaround plan, and we'll figure something out. There's definitely the 501 shelter, which was about 6 miles or so from here, as a possibility. That would give us a 17.5-mile day, which is, nothing to sneeze at. That's still not a bad day. The problem is, we were trying to get into Port Clinton to resupply a little bit, and that kind of leaves us hung up because it'd be 26 or 7 miles. Can't do that in one day. and Hawkeye's not sure he's got the food to do it in 2, so we're gonna have to work it out. There is the possibility of getting a shuttle ride from that 501 shelter, because it is on Highway 501, not far off. It's tucked down in the woods a little bit, but maybe we could get a shuttle driver to pop out and let us get a few items for a couple more days to get into Palmerton. But you know, at a place where we're trying to really make miles, the rocks have really made it tough for us to do that today. But we'll figure it out. We'll do what we need to do, and you know, it's not, we're kind of on a timer. We want to be done in July. We need to up our miles a little bit if we're gonna be, but we can only walk as fast and as far as we can walk. And right now, these rocks are making it really tough. My feet hurt, my back hurts. So anyway, we're plowing through, making the best of a bad situation, or a bad trail situation, and we'll get it all figured out. Well, I'm back with you today. We stopped and had lunch a while back, and I know we're definitely not going to make the 23 that we had planned to. We'll probably pull up. I think we're aiming for the Eckville, no, not Eckville, 501 shelter tonight. We'll see. If we can go further, we will. There's a dry campsite that would put us still placed to hit Port Clinton tomorrow, and really there's nothing magic about that other than we need food. We plan to do a little resupply there, so we may try to figure out another way to resupply and not stay in Port Clinton, just to keep us moving up the trail. We'll have to play it by ear, and we'll see how things go. Thankfully, they've turned off the rocks for a brief little while this afternoon, and we've had a really nice little walk up this little nice path. So hopefully that'll continue all the way to the shelter. I don't think it will, but we're not as far as we were. And it'll be nice to take a load off and sit down and replay the day and figure out what is it that got me in my head today. And I know a lot of it's the rocks. It's just my feet are taking a pounding. And yesterday was a really long day, especially for coming out of town after not having hiked a week. But we got to make those miles, and we'll figure out how we can get on up the trail in a timely fashion. Well, we got a little bit of a view here late in the day. We're definitely going to pull off at the 501. I think it's right up the road. I think I hear traffic. Of course, I've been hearing it for half or 3/4 of a mile now, but I think we're about to pull up and cross the road, and the shelter's just up to the left there, I think. So we'll pull up there, reconfigure the rest of the week, and go from there. It's been a rugged day of hiking, and my feet are sore, my back hurts, and I'm ready to be done for a little bit. And tomorrow's a new day, and I know tomorrow will be a better day. I'll wake up in a better frame of mind, I'll be rested, and we'll have a good plan for moving forward. But I am eager to get out of the rocks of Pennsylvania. That's part of the reason for pushing, is I want to get on up the trail, but especially I'd like to get out of this rock crawl of Pennsylvania, so that I don't have to worry about where I'm putting my feet. I can just walk. So I'll talk to you in a few minutes when we get closer to the shelter. Here's another shot of that view. Hopefully the wind will not be as bad on this precipice as the last, and you can see and enjoy. Absolutely gorgeous, except for the rocks down here below me. Somebody local, some people have come in and graffitied them all over. It's not very pretty, but the view is awesome.
Sing and dance, Emma.
No, you don't have to sing or dance. Just do your thing. So this is the inside of the 501 shelter. We've heard about it. We've got a really nice skylight right here, but the nice thing about it is we are close to a roadway that delivers pizza. So we've all had pizza for supper tonight. We got books set up over here, and we're gonna chill here tonight and move forward tomorrow. This was exactly what we needed when we needed it today. As I've told you several times today, I felt like I got beat to death with a sock full of rocks today. It just, the trail was tough, and I wasn't on top of my mental game today. So anyway, this is what I needed today, and we pulled up a little short, but we still got 17.5 miles in. I'll show you the outside of it as well. There's a nice clothesline. There's a porta-john down the way. The caretaker's house is right down here, and there's water available there, so that's kind of nice. And the shelter's just an old outbuilding, it almost looks like. I don't know what it is, but here's the outside of it. And of course, it's could do with a paint job, but it's nice on the inside, and will, I'm sure, rest well. So anyway, thanks for joining us today. I'm in the process of trying to rework out logistics for the next few days, trying to get us to Delaware Water Gap. And looks like about our only option tomorrow is a shelter about 14 or 16 miles out. So I think that's where we're all going to wind up tomorrow night. And, from there we'll sort it out and figure out how to make that trip happen. So we'll talk to you as soon as we can, or first thing in the morning. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.